in their economic surveys. Burkina Faso is the poorest country, Mali is the poorest country, Niger is the poorest country. We are ranked among the last. Very well, if we are as poor as they say, but when the time came to take responsibility, we asked these masters to leave. Why don't they want to leave? When we take the case of Niger, for over 40 years, some countries have been exploiting uranium to produce energy for themselves. From Ottawa to Paris, the streets are lit up. That's the light. But in Niger, it's darkness that is served to us. When you go to our states, our lands are riddled with holes, everywhere in search of precious metals like gold, but often there isn't even the slightest accessible road to reach the areas where they exploit gold, let alone some basic social services. That's why we decided to revolt and take the destiny of our countries into our own hands. There are many other examples. But when we decided to do so, well, we were approached by some armchair slaves to deliver the message of their master, because they had created this kind of polymer chain that rises to the head of our states to serve them. And we came to break the chain. And it's inconceivable for them. They approached us and asked us to fall in line, to become part of the elite that must lead Africa. Because they have a trained and conditioned elite that they must follow, who are embedded in that chain. We refused to fall in line with them. And from then on, hostilities began. They have infiltrated our areas with several mercenaries, trainers. Agents have descended into the Sahel, hoping to carry out barbaric, cowardly attacks against our populations, hoping to incite them to revolt. In addition to these on-the-ground attacks, communication attacks, manipulation, and disinformation are rampant in their ranks. But the people of the Sahel have understood, and never again will they be manipulated. They know where they come from. They know what they are doing, and they know where they are going. We will no longer allow this. People are awake and fighting today, not for ourselves, but for future generations. And thank you all for the fight that is being waged. This never makes us cry. We will not tremble. We will face it. We will fight for true independence, for our freedom. Because to scare the people of AS, these individuals only have 3 terms in their mouths: democracy, freedom, human rights. Of course, their local lackeys are only elected in a democratic, free, and transparent process, according to them, their values. What could be more normal? That they want to impose this on us, because they are the ones who set the rules. Very well, we have decided to take responsibility for ourselves. That's why on July 26, 2023, when Niger decided to turn the page, the armchair slaves and their masters got on their high horses. They put their local lackeys forward and decided to wage a war against the Nigerian people. So we said, anyone who dares to attack Niger will face us, because we will wage a relentless war to the last drop of blood against anyone who dares to attack our states. This statement, this decision we made yesterday is relevant today and will be relevant tomorrow and forever. AES was born on September 16th, 2023, within a framework of mutual defense. But we deemed it necessary to extend and expand the architecture of the AES. What brings us together today should allow us to venture into other areas beyond defense, notably finance and economy, infrastructure, health, education, and so on. I hope that these moments will be a story we write for the AES, but especially for Africa and the entire world. May God enlighten each and every one of us. May God inspire us in these tasks entrusted to us. And above all, when we carry out our work, let us keep one thing in mind: the supreme interest of our population.
All right, wonderful people, welcome back to this wonderful channel where we bring you back-to-back updates and information as it is hot. In case you have not joined our social media handle, what are you waiting for? Kindly go ahead and subscribe, like, comment, share, and also remember to on your notification button so that whenever our news drop, you will be the first to collect them. Hey, you don't hear that song, Python Dance 1, Python Dance 2, Python Dance 3, and Python Dance 4. They're not fit Maria Nnamdi Kanu. All right, that is song, a solidarity song coming from Biafrans from all walks of place, supporting the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's support and people who rally behind him is not what I would call a political affair. It's not even by election. It's not even, by coercing. Nobody was coerced. So support Ohamadike one of Ndi Igbo. Nobody was even cajoled or hypnotized or talked into supporting Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. At the emergence of Kanu around 2014, people saw a hero. People saw a deliverer. People saw a freedom fighter. People saw the spirit of the heroes past of Ndi Igbo. People saw the reincarnation of a lot of Ndi Igbos who were lost during the 1967 to 1970 Biafra Civil War. That is what people saw in Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and they decided that this is the man that they are supposed to follow because he made the matter straight. He set the record straight. There was no bias, there was no guile, there was no deceit in his words. He was out there for his people, and he was making sure that the people get the right that is due to them. But as it is, of course, the world does not like good things. Not only in Africa, all over the world. Whenever a freedom fighter arises, you see that the people, the government tend to treat such one with cruelty. They go after such individual with cruelty, and that is what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is facing today for having risen up to speak for his people, having risen up to defend his nation, having risen up to talk about the freedom of his people, and the nation saw him as a taboo. Nigeria nation saw Mazi Nnamdi Kanu as a taboo and one who is out to spoil their business. Of course, you know how the matter is that about 70% of the production that is part of the gross domestic product of Nigeria is coming from the southeastern part of Nigeria, and all these things are hooked up on oil and crude oil, and that is where the GDP of the nation is being gotten from. And these people, as tyranny as they are, as colonial master, because what I would call Nigeria to the Biafrans is a colonial master, a tyranny colonial master who have decided not to let the people go, just like what is happening in Burkina Faso today, where France have decided that they are not going to let go, and even America has reason to support them because Burkina Faso decided that we don't want the tyranny again. We want a nation of our own. We want to be by ourselves. We want to produce for ourselves. We want to make alliance with who we want to make alliance. We don't want to be under the bondage of any nation who say that they are our colonial master and they are still there, who say that they are protecting us and they are indirectly sucking our mineral resources. And that is what Mazi Nnamdi kind of find out, and he decided to, even though his own was not through the means of coup d'etat, it was not through the means of barrel of the gun, as Ibrahim Toure is doing it today. People have different ideology and idealism through which they, would find their own freedom. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu decided to do his own through the barrel of pen, and of course, you know that in most places, pen is not respected. Pen is usually counter-attacked with the barrel of gun, and that is why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is still in detention till today. And 5 years has passed. 5 years has passed, and the people have not forgotten. 5 years have passed, and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is still in the people's mind. They sing his song everywhere. They sing his praise everywhere. They eulogize him at every moment, at every minute, at every chance they get, to show that truly this man is a hero. Truly this man is a leader. Truly this man is the man he is supposed to be. All right, some good information as they say Anambra State government seized factory allegedly producing counterfeit disinfectants in Obosi. They have found a company that is producing counterfeit disinfectant in Obosi. Of course, you know how they be. All right. Reaction as E-Money makes first public appearance with family after release from EFCC. Of course, you know that E-Money, one of the Igbo billionaires, was arrested by EFCC. According to them, they say that he was defacing the Nigerian currency. But in that particular party, what we saw was him, spreading euro to a Nigerian musician called Flavor. But they say somehow he stepped on Naira currency on his foot. And the person who spread the Naira currency was not arrested, but one who was arrested was the one who stepped on it. Of course, you can see, but Obi Kubana said that these people are trying to make E-Money to become their ally by fire by force as a result of the upcoming 2027 general election. And if you look at that, you and I will agree that there is a truth in it, because the speed with which PDP governors are defecting to APC will show you that somehow most of them has been threatened of their office or something like that, and they decided that okay, instead of losing their office, it is better to support their tax master, because Tinubu is their tax master. And when it comes to Nigerian politics, because let me tell you, the politics that is being played in Nigeria is different from the democracy, what is being played in Nigeria is not democracy, it is democracy. You have to be crazy enough to engage in Nigeria politics. Peter Obi tried, of which you know that as allegedly that if the votes we account well, that he was supposed to be the president of Nigeria today, allegedly, as it should be. But because for you to play the politics of Nigeria, you must be democracy. You must be very crazy enough to do that. All right, in Osun State, gunmen hack Amotekun official to death. Gunmen hack Amotekun official to death. This one is happening in Osun State, where government has hacked an official of Amotekun to death. Also, JAMB breaks silence as scammers demand 15,700 from candidate to rescue them. Scammers are demanding 15,700 naira from JAMB candidates. Yesterday, a complaint rose up where people are complaining that parents are even supporting their children to be joining miracle centers in order to score highest in their JAMB and also to score highest in their WAEC. Of course, miracle centers are where expos have been thrown, of which that this is the downfall of education in Nigeria. According for Natasha Akpabio and Akpabio case, evidence will come in court. Natasha defies pressure over Akpabio harassment allegation. In Nigeria, if you talk about those in power, just know that your end has come. There is this man called the government of the common man, the Brekete family man. For some time now, people have been looking for him. We had his in detention, we had his gone, and the rest of them. All this is because he is defending the common people in Nigeria. They don't like the people who speak the truth. Rather, they like liars. They like political liars just like them, people who will shut their mouth and watch the evil that is being perpetrated to keep going on. All right, this is where I'll be winding down the curtain. I know that your time is not wasted. And if this is your first time of joining us on this wonderful channel, kindly go ahead and subscribe, like, comment, share, and also remember to on your notification button so that whenever our news drop, you go be the first. We'll collect them. Thank you for listening. God bless you.